Hey guys, and welcome to Coffee with Casey. So if you watched my last video, basically I was filling you in stating that I formulated a group chat for my Kick-Ass Authors Club. We've actually had it for a while now. However, things were not structured. We needed some type of structure because I would pop on, ask a question, we would go back and forth. It would develop into a discussion, but it didn't really gear exactly how I wanted it to go. Like, for example, it would fizzle out after a while and people wouldn't really get anything from the actual discussions. At least I didn't think so. So I structured it to where we have community guidelines in place and they're actually learning something versus me just asking questions. So this week has been challenging simply because I did something silly. I thought it would be a good idea to run two groups at the same time. Not a good idea. I stretched myself way too thin and it was stressful, popping in Kick-Ass Authors and also in newbie introverted writers. So the group that I started with, the newbie writers, it was going well. We did exercises and stuff, but I couldn't dedicate all of my time to them. So I had to pop back in the other group for the Kick-Ass Authors Club. So I don't know what I was thinking. I thought maybe I could run it and, somebody else would pop on and the discussion would keep going. However, everybody was looking to me like, what's next? But I'm happy to report, despite the debacle, at least on my part, the discussions did go very well. So they were able to, do their exercises and learn from it. So within the Newbie Writers Club, basically they were doing an exercise where they would list 8 things about their main character. And from that list we developed, they had to prioritize what was most important about the character. So that was a great exercise and we had a fun discussion. And that was on Monday. And I also did another discussion with them today, which was great. For the Kick-Ass Authors Club, again, I was running it simultaneously on Monday. We had a great discussion about how to properly develop Instagram, how to write content, what's important, how to gain exposure as an author. As some of you guys could see, my page is no longer a personal page. It's basically my page and I'm advertising my business. So I'm coaching right now and I've been gaining a couple of clients along the way, so things are going great. And besides that, of course, I have my freelancing where I do content writing, and I'm also in the process of learning how to do proper copy editing. So I find it exciting, and to learn new things and challenge myself. I just love the whole idea of learning something new and being able to, use my new skill to help others. And that's what I guess I formulated these clubs for, is to help people, because I know how frustrating it was when I first started and got published, and just scrambling to find resources and different things that you could actually use to catapult yourself. It's a dog-eat-dog world, unfortunately, and within the publishing biz it's very competitive. So there are things that you could do, to put yourself out there more and gain exposure. For me, honestly, with these Coffee with Casey videos, they help me because I'm not one to talk about myself. I really am not. I find it, I'm not trying to be braggadocious or, weird, but I did start this video blog or vlog, if you call it, for a reason. I just wanted to, just share bits of my life with you guys, because I am a person, behind this account, and I have, emotions and things going on, and it's really fun to try to, share it with other people. Like, normally I'm really closed off and private, but once you do get to know me, I think I'm, pretty fun to hang around. So it's just talking to you guys. I'm trying to get used to it. So the more I do these videos, the better it is for me. So I do thank you guys for putting up with me. And I'm just really excited to see what happens next. Right now, I'm going to be working on editing book number 2. I did get back the questions from David. I think I mentioned that in the previous video. So David Lau, he was actually able to give me a lot of compliments. Like, honestly, he answered all the questions truthfully, because I told him be brutally honest with me because I need this feedback. He said he loved it. So I'm waiting on the other beta reader to finish. She actually started, so I'm excited to see what she thinks. And from there, I could pretty much know if I need to, tweak a few things before I send it in. So that is very helpful. So I'm gonna actually go back in time and revamp book number one. Book number one needs a lot of help. It does, grammar wise, and just overhaul. Like, I just need to overhaul it and just fix it. I think when I published it, I was too hasty to do it. So I learned a lot about slowing down and taking my time to put these books out. No more rushing. People will ask, hey, when is it coming out? It'll get there when it gets there. I'm at that point now where I'm settled. So I will be revamping book number one, meaning going through and doing completely full edits. And I also have a professional editor that will be looking it over too. So once I get everything back, I'm gonna do my re-release. So I'll be keeping the same cover, but I want to do something a little different just to show that it's been re-released. Maybe like have a little gold seal on the bottom or something a little, nifty or cool to, put on the book cover. So I'm excited for that. I really want to do the re-release of book number one, and the timing with book number two I think ties in perfectly because it is a book series. And I was kind of worried about that because I published the book in 2015, and that's been a while. It's been 5 years. It kind of died in the water because I didn't know about the marketing behind it and how important that is, and marketing myself. And at the time I was too shy to do videos and be active on social media, so that kind of died at the wayside. But at least now with these new experiences that I'm having, I'll be able to better market my book and and pair it better with book number two. So once book number one is all done and submitted, I'll be moving on to book number three. Can't wait to be done this series, simply because it's been a labor of love. The story has developed. I love how the story is developing, and I'm excited to see how my character is going to face certain situations later on down the line and discover parts of herself. That's wonderful. Doing these character developments, it's been a wonderful ride. However, I want to move on to other projects. So I do have another book series that I'm going to do probably after this. And this one is going to be a little different. It's going to follow some conspiracy theory. It's going to be fiction, of course, but it's going to entail a lot of things about Hollywood and the underbelly of Hollywood. So I'm really excited for that one. I started putting some information together, and I'm just excited for that. Honestly, a new project I think would be great right now, but I know I need to finish. So it's really hard when you have so many ideas in your head and you want to stick to writing one thing. However, you get attracted to other things. A lot of creatives find it hard to stick to one project because it's just like you want bits and pieces of everything. Everything looks shiny and new when you're trying to compile something. So I think that's where I am right now, just trying to stay focused and finish. That way I can move on to the next project. So the anthology is going well. I'm currently editing it now. I took my time because I was having some pain in my wrist the other day. I'm at like 75%. That's why I don't even need the brace right now. That kind of got in the way and slowed me down because the editing, it takes a lot of clicking and moving the mouse, and it's a big setback because I have things to do, and it's like if I'm in pain I can't really finish doing these things. So once the anthology is complete, I'll submit that by September the 15th, which is the due date for that one. I do have actually two upcoming projects for my freelancing. I have content writing to do for a website, and then I have something else on the back end which I'm not quite sure what the client wants yet, so we're going to discuss further on to see exactly what they want for their website so I can figure that out. And one of my older, I guess, associates, or somebody that I actually was trying to help at one point get published, they decided not to. So right now they're working on a book of essays instead, so they kind of scrapped the whole manuscript idea. So I'll be reviewing some of their essays. So I have a couple of things trickling in. Generally it gets busy towards the winter months, so I'm looking forward to doing a lot more projects then. But I do thank you guys for joining me today and popping in to join me for a cup of coffee. And I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.